Mga kababayan, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Pinapaabot din po natin ang ating pagsaludo sa ating mga frontliners sa iba't ibang larangan na patuloy na nangangalaga sa ating kalusugan at kaligtasan. Naway patuloy kayong pagpalain ng ibayong lakas at tibay sa harap ng hamon ng ating panahon ngayon. The IATF was convened yesterday via video conference to discuss the progress that has been made in government measures that have been instituted to, number one, identify and care for those who have contracted COVID-19. Number two, to contain the COVID-19 outbreak. And number three, to manage its impact on our countrymen. Several issues were discussed, and I would like to share the approved recommendations of the IATF as stated in IATF Resolution number 18. Letter A. Pursuant to the policy of allowing the unhampered movement of all cargoes, LGUs and local health units are hereby enjoined not to issue orders that run counter to the said directives, such as, but not limited to, requiring asymptomatic drivers and crews of cargo or service delivery vehicles to undergo mandatory 14-day home quarantine. For this purpose, paragraph I, subsection G of IATF Resolution number 14, Series of 2020, exempting such vehicles with or without load with not more than 3 personnel on board is reaffirmed, provided that strict social distancing measures must be strictly observed, which may include, if necessary, the putting up of additional safe and humane seats or space in the vehicles. Inuulit po ng IATF, kailangan pong tuloy-tuloy ang daloy ng mga kargamento. Exempted po ang mga ito sa ECQ or Enhanced Community Quarantine. Pinapaalala po natin sa mga LGUs at local health units, hindi po required ang mga driver at crew ng cargo at delivery truck na mag 14-day quarantine. Letter B. In accordance with initial directive of the IATF under paragraph G of Resolution number 17, Series of 2020, the Sub-Technical Working Group, TWG, chaired by the Department of Health, is hereby directed to finalize the analytical model for deciding on the eventual total or partial lifting or the possible extension or expansion of the enhanced community quarantine in Luzon. Its membership shall consist of the National Economic and Development Authority or NEDA, the Philippine Institute for Development Studies or PIDS, the Department of Science and Technology, including technical experts, the academe, and such other representatives from the health, economic, and security sectors as may be determined by the DOH, provided that recommendations by the sub-TWG shall be subject to the approval, amendment, or modification by the IATF. Nabanggit ko po nung isang araw na may isang TWG na inatasan na aralin kung itutuloy ba o hindi ang Enhanced Community Quarantine. Ang TWG na ito ay pamumunuan ng DOH at ang ibang miyembro nito ay ang mga tinitingalang mga eksperto mula sa NEDA, DOST, PIDS, akademya at ibang larangan. Ang rekomendasyon ng TWG ay ang siyang magiging batayan ng desisyon ng IATF sa usaping ito. Letter C. The interim guidelines on the repatriation of overseas Filipinos working in cruise ships as proposed by the DOH is hereby approved. Ang panununtunan sa pagpapauwi ng ating mga OFW na nagtatrabaho sa mga cruise ship ay na-approve na po. Letter D. Without prejudice to the subsequent approval, amendment, or modification by the IATF, the Bureau of Quarantine is likewise directed to update the existing algorithm for the triage of patients with possible COVID-19 infections in ports of entry, which shall apply to land-based overseas Filipino workers who may be repatriated through the efforts of the national government. Ang Bureau of Quarantine po ay inaatasan na i-update ang mga patakaran para sa mga land-based OFW na posibleng may COVID-19 na papasok sa ating mga ports of entry sa tulong ng ating gobyerno. Ganyan din po sa lahat ng OFW. Letter E. A sub-TWG composed of the Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Tourism, Department of Transportation, Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of the Interior and Local Government, and the DOH is directed to convene, to formulate guidelines, to manage and ensure the welfare of repatriated overseas Filipino workers. Isang grupo na binubuo ng DOLE, DOT, DOTR, DFA, DILG at DOH ay inaatasan na ayusin ang mga alituntunin para tiyakin ang kapakanan ng ating mga OFW ay napapangalagaan. Letter F. LGUs are hereby strongly enjoined to allow the unhampered transit of OFWs who have been issued DOH or LGU certificate of completion of 14-day facility-based quarantine, or those who may be required by the DOH or LGUs to undergo a mandatory 14-day home quarantine. Paalala lamang po sa ating mga LGUs, huwag harangin ang ating mga OFW na nabigyan na po ng DOH o ibang LGU ng sertifikasyon na natapos na nila ang kanilang 14-day facility-based quarantine, o ang mga OFW na required mag-mandatory 14-day home quarantine. Letter G. The new Clark City Athletes Village shall continue to be designated as a temporary quarantine facility. Ang New Clark City Athletes Village ay patuloy pa rin gagamitin bilang temporary quarantine facility. Letter H. Pursuant to the provisions of Republic Act 11469, providing for a minimum of 30-day grace period on residential rents, a 30-day grace period is likewise hereby extended to commercial rents, falling due upon micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs within the period of the ECQ, without incurring interests, penalties, fees, and other charges. The Department of Trade and Industry is hereby authorized to issue the necessary guidelines to implement this directive. Ito po ay magandang balita para sa mga maliliit na negosyo. Tulad ng residential units, may 30-day grace period po para sa pagbayad ng upa sa commercial spaces na ginagamit ng mga maliliit na negosyo or MSMEs. Letter I. Supermarkets, public and private wet markets, grocery stores, agri-fishery supply stores, pharmacies, drugstores, and other retail establishments engaged in the business of selling basic necessities are strongly encouraged to extend their store operations to a maximum of 12 hours. LGUs are directed to allow such establishments to operate pursuant to the foregoing, provided that in the operation of wet markets, LGUs are encouraged to adopt reasonable schemes to ensure compliance with strict social distancing measures, such as, but not limited to, providing for specific daily schedules per sector, per barangay, or per purok as the case may be. Ang mga supermarket, palengke, grocery, butika, at iba pa ay hinikayat na i-extend ang kanilang operating hours para umabot po ito ng 12 hours. Pagdating po sa mga palengke, hinikayat po namin ang mga LGU na magpatupad ng mga nararapat na patakaran upang ipatupad ang social distancing, tulad ng pagtatakda ng araw para sa bawat sektor, purok o barangay sa pamimili. Letter J. For areas under ECQ, the IATF hereby adopts the policy of mandatory wearing by all residents of face masks, earloop masks, indigenous reusable or do-it-yourself masks, face shields, handkerchiefs, or such other protective equipment that can effectively lessen the transmission of COVID-19 whenever allowed to go out of their residences pursuant to existing guidelines issued by the national government. Concerned LGUs are hereby enjoined to issue the necessary executive order or ordinance to that effect and impose such penalties as may be appropriate. Sa mga lugar kung saan pinapatupad ang ECQ, lahat po ng ating mga kababayan ay nalalabas sa kanilang tahanan. Para mamili ay required na po gumamit ng face mask, panyo, face shields o anumang kagamitan na makakatulong sa pagpigil ng pagkalat ng COVID-19 virus. Ulitin ko po, kung kailangan po nating lumabas ng bahay, kailangan po mag-mask. Kahit improvise po ito o panyo, basta po may pantakip ng bibig at ilong. Letter K. The Emergency Subsidy Program, as recommended by the IATF TWG on Social Amelioration, headed by the Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD, is hereby approved. Such program shall provide outright cash benefits for an estimated 18 million beneficiary households ranging from 5,000 pesos to 8,000 pesos based on regional thresholds as promulgated by the DSWD, DOLE, DILG, Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Agriculture, Department of Budget and Management, and the Department of Finance through Joint Memorandum Circular No. 1, Series of 2020. Nabanggit po ito ni Pangulo nung Lunes at inulit niya po kahapon. Aprobado na po na cash assistance na ang ibibigay sa 18 million beneficiaries nationwide. Ang halaga po nito ay 5,000 hanggang 8,000, depende po sa minimum wage ng inyong rehiyon. Ulitin ko lang ang sinabi ni Pangulong Duterte kagabi. Ang mga tulong na ito ay ibibigay ng DSWD diretso po sa inyo. Tutulong po ang ating mga LGU, pero ang DSWD ang magmamando sa pagbibigay ng cash assistance na ito. Pursuant to the directives of the President to ensure that all financial assistance provided by the national government go directly to its beneficiaries, the DSWD will exercise full control and supervision over the distribution of emergency subsidy program funds. This will ensure that only targeted beneficiary families will receive the government subsidies. The role of local government units will be limited to assisting in the distribution of the subsidies, with LGU personnel managed by the DILG with the assistance of the AFP and the PNP. Gagawin po ng gobyerno ang agarang at na maagang gagawin po ng gobyerno na agarang maipaabot ang tulong sa inyo. Letter L. The implementation plan of the National Task Force COVID-19 Task Group on Resource Management and Logistics as presented and revised is hereby approved. Said task group is directed to include the Department of Public Works and Highways, the Philippine International Trading Corporation or PITC, the Procurement Service of the DBM, the Government Procurement Policy Board, the National Food Authority, and the Anti-Red Tape Authority in its membership, as well as in such subtask groups as may be appropriate. Aprobado na po ang implementation plan ng National Task Force COVID-19, Task Group on Resource Management and Logistics. Pinapasama po dito ang DPWH, PITC, DBM, GPPB, NFA at ARTA. Before ending, I would like to provide some updates regarding some matters I shared the other day. With regard to the conversion of the Philippine International Convention Center, World Trade Center, and Rizal Memorial Sports Complex into fully functional quarantine facilities, we would like to report that the PICC will be ready by April 10. The facilities are being prepared by the DPWH and EEI Corporation, and when completed, this will have 700 beds. The Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, being readied by Prime BMD or Razon Group, will be ready by April 10 as well, and will be able to house 600 beds. The World Trade Center, on the other hand, will be ready by April 12. It is being set up by ICCP and Ayala or Makati Development Corporation, and it will have 650 beds. Together, these three structures can accommodate a total of 1,950 individuals. Salamat po sa ating mga private sector partners sa tulong at pagmamalasakit po ninyo. Yung sinasabi naming deadline, April 10 at April 12, yan ang para sa full completion ng mga facilities na yan. Pero magkakaroon din po tayo ng mga partial completions. And as soon as partial completions are done, maaari na po natin gamitin yung partially yung mga sections na natapos na. Okay? In addition, I would like to also announce na meron pa tayo mga karagdagang mga facilities na na-identify na po, na gagamitin natin, that we've identified as possible quarantine and isolation facilities. Ang iba po dito ay inumpisa na. Number 1, Quezon Institute. 2, Ultra. 3, Duty Free Philippines Parañaque. 4, Amoranto Stadium. 5, Quezon Memorial Circle Complex. 6, Veterans Medical Center Complex. At marami pa pong iba. Mga kababayan, as of last night, 2,311 Filipinos in the country have been confirmed to have contracted COVID-19. 96 lives have already been claimed by this disease. 50 individuals have been able to recover, while many more continue to battle the disease. Our prayers are with all of them and their families, as well as the brave, generous health workers who are literally risking their lives to care for the sick. By now, all of us are aware of the gravity of the threat before us. Hindi po ordinaryong sakit ang COVID-19. Kaya naman po, ginagawa po lahat ng gobyerno para pigilan ang pagkalat ng virus na ito. Decisive action has been taken to ensure that millions stay home in order to contain this outbreak, and government has marshaled all its resources to ensure that every Filipino family is taken care of. during this very, very trying period. Malinaw po ang mga layunin natin. Alagaan natin ang mga may COVID-19, pigilan ang pagkalat ng virus na ito, at siguraduhin na matugunan ang mga pangangailangan ng taong bayan. Sa tulong po ninyo, magagawa natin ang lahat ng ito. Sama-sama, magtatagumpay po tayo. Together, we can beat COVID-19. Together, we heal as one. Tandaan po natin, bahay muna, buhay muna. Maraming salamat po, and may God bless and protect each and every one of us. Babasahin ko na po yung mga katanungan po ninyo na pinadala po dito sa akin. Isa-isahin po natin. At umpisa natin mula kay Henry Uri ng DZRH. Is the IATF considering a mandatory face mask, even ordinary cloth mask for all individuals outside the home to restrict transmission from asymptomatic COVID-19 patients, especially after the ECQ period? So, gaya ng sinabi ko, yung napag-usapan namin sa IATF ay yes, mandatory wearing of face mask or any cover na makatakip po sa inyong bibig at ilong, kahit handkerchief po or do-it-your-own mask, anything na makaprotect sa inyong ilong at bibig during the ECQ period. Ngayon, ang katanungan is, paano yung after? Siguro isasabay na namin ang lahat ng yan pag nag-announce na kami ng new normal at na-approve na po ito ng IATF. From Ace Romero, Philstar. What did the President mean when he said he would strip politicians of the responsibility of distributing food and cash assistance to low-income households affected by COVID-19? Does this mean LGUs will no longer have a role in the distribution? Well, unang-una sa lahat, i-divide po natin ha. Yung LGUs, meron po silang sarili nilang quick response fund. At yun po yung pinanggamitan nila ng pondo nung itong mga nakalipas na 2 linggo doon sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan at yung mga constituents po nila sa kanilang mga lokalidad. So, primarily, mga food assistance packs po yung pinamahagi ng ating mga LGU. Wala po tayong problema yan kasi yan po ay quick response fund ng LGUs. Pwede at maaari po nilang ipagpatuloy po yan yung pamamahagi ng kanilang food assistance mula sa kanilang quick response fund. Okay. Itong sinasabi ni Pangulong Duterte, ito naman po yung mula sa ating Social Amelioration Program gamit yung pondo ng national government under the Bayanihan Act. Ang ibig lang pong sabihin ni Pangulong Duterte dito ay ang magmamando po ng distribution na ito ay ang ating DSWD at mga national government agencies. Ang ibig lang pong sabihin ni Pangulong Duterte dito, hindi po niya pababayaan na mahaluan po ito ng politika. At hindi po niya pababayaan na papasok ang political patronage o pamimili ng sino ang malalakas sa mga politiko dito. Gusto niya lahat po na mga beneficiaries na kwalipikado ay makatanggap ng tulong pinansyal mula sa national government. Ngayon, since DSWD po at ang national government agencies ang magmamando nito, gagamitin po natin ang existing platform ng DSWD dahil meron na po silang listahan ng mga dati na nilang mga beneficiaries. So kung ano po yung plataforma or platform or pamamaraan or procedure na ginagamit or ginagawa ng DSWD noon, ay ipagpapatuloy niya yan para makarating sa kanyang mga beneficiaries. No? Pero, maari rin pong i-deputize ng DSWD at ng national government agencies ang mga LGUs para tumulong po dito sa pag-distribute at pagpapaabot po natin ng financial assistance doon sa ating mga targeted beneficiary families. Deputization po ang tawag dyan. Pero ang DSWD, together with the AFP, together with the PNP, at iba pa mga government agencies ay magbabantay, magmamando, at syempre lahat ito is subject to strict and quick and fast liquidation reports ng LGUs pag sila po ay na-deputize na po ng national government. Number 2, the President said he received numerous complaints including unscrupulous individuals taking a cut from donations. How serious and how widespread is this practice? What will be done to these individuals? Obviously, we will enforce the full power and strength of the law against those who do abusive acts, no? Even pagdating sa mga donasyon na siyempre galit si Pangulo, kung yung mga donasyon na yan ay pakikialaman pa at nakawan pa. From Catherine Valente, yung mga donasyon na yan ay para sa ating mga kababayan. Huwag niyo pong pakialaman yan. Ibigay po yan sa mga nararapat na mga benepisyaryo. Huwag niyo na pong abusuhin yan. From Catherine Valente, Manila Times. Can we ask if it is possible for the government to designate one hospital sa Metro Manila and other regions for non-COVID patients? Yung mga may sakit kasi natatakot pumunta sa mga ospital, baka mahawa sila, maybe there should also be a dedicated hospital for other diseases. Thank you. Okay, ang ginagawa po natin ay nagde-designate po tayo ng mga COVID-19 hospitals, no? Unti-unti, ang gusto natin mangyari, yung mga panibago pong mga kaso ng COVID-19 ay doon na po natin idederecho sa COVID-19 designated hospitals. So habang ginagawa po natin yan, hindi naman natin pwedeng ilipat yung mga na COVID-19 na nandun na po sa mga kasalukuyan, na nandun na po sa mga hospital ngayon. Pero ang gusto po natin makita is habang natitreat na po at gumagaling yung mga COVID-19 patients po natin sa iba't ibang mga hospital, ay madi-discharge na po sila unti-unti. At habang nadi-discharge po sila mag-free up na po yung mga hospital beds at hospital rooms doon para maka-accept na po sila ang mga hospital ng mga panibagong pasyente, no? So habang nadidecongest na po ng COVID-19 patients yung mga ibang hospital, yung lahat ng mga COVID-19 patients na rin naman po ay nadadirect natin sa COVID-19 designated hospitals, ay unti-unti mag-free up na po yung mga ibang hospital ng COVID-19 patients. So, ganun po yung pag-manage natin ito. From Rose Novenario of Hataw. Good AM po, since DSWD na ang inatasan ni PRRD na mamahagi ng relief goods at financial assistance, pwede pa rin ba kumilos ang LGUs para pamigay ang natanggap nilang donasyon mula sa pribadong sektor? Opo, pwede po. At gaya ng sinabi ko, kahit yung mga quick response funds nila ay magagamit po nila. Ano po ang reaksyon ng government's opinion ng ilang mambabatas at netizens na ang summons na natanggap ni Mayor Vico Soto mula sa NBI ay harassment? Kinikilala ba ng IATF ang magandang performance ni Mayor Vico Soto na tinutularan ng ilang local officials? Maraming salamat po. Alam nyo, lahat naman ng mga LGUs na tumutulong sa ating mga kababayan ay pinapasalamatan po namin. Papasalamat kami sa lahat ng mga LGUs na alam namin ay nagsasakripisyo at talagang nagtatrabaho para po maibigay ang nararapat sa kanilang mga constituents, para maproteksyonan ang kanilang mga constituents, para matulungan yung mga COVID-19 na patients at para sugpuin itong virus na ito. So kami po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa kooperasyon at tulong ng lahat ng mga LGUs. Yung tungkol dito sa Pasig City ay pagpasensya niyo lang po. Wala po akong first-hand knowledge or information dun po sa NBI or sa nangyari po dito. Kaya siguro ang NBI na lang po ang tanungin natin at wala po akong talagang first-hand information tungkol po dyan. From Tina Mendez of Philippine Star. 1. President Duterte has ordered last night the police to shoot dead members of a left-leaning group for instigating a rally over lack of relief goods in QC. How far will the President go to ensure that peace and order and stability are maintained during the state of calamity? If lawlessness continues, is martial law an option? What's the IATF view on the matter? Did the IATF discuss the Kadamay issue? The IATF did not discuss the Kadamay issue per se, but the President talked about this with his security cluster. Ngayon, is martial law an option? Hindi natin pinag-uusapan ang martial law. So hindi yan pinag-uusapan ngayon. How far will the President go to ensure peace and order? Obviously, in a state of calamity, there has to be order. There has to be order. Kaya importante para kay Pangulong Duterte that we maintain order, especially in this time of crisis and in this time and in this state of calamity. Yun lang naman ang point ni Pangulo dyan. Hindi pwede at hindi po papayag ang gobyerno na may manggugulo po at may magte-take advantage sa situation po na ito habang nangangamba ang buhay at kalusugan at kaligtasan ng ating mga kababayan ay guguluhin pa ang sitwasyong ito. So, napaka-importante po para kay Pangulong Duterte to keep the peace and order especially in this time. So, yan po ang sagot natin dyan. In a bleak report, number 2, in a bleak report released Monday, the World Bank said the pandemic will inflict significant economic pain on all countries and could throw millions in the Asia-Pacific region into poverty. How does the economic team view this in relation to the Philippine setting? What are their proposed solutions? So first things first, kailangan po natin makontain itong virus na to. We have to manage it and ensure na mamamanage po natin ito, hindi po kakalat. Yung ating mga COVID-19 patients ay kailangan gumaling. Yung infected ng COVID-19 ay kailangan natin ma-isolate. Kailangan natin kailangan mag-recover po ang COVID-19 patients natin. Kailangan natin i-identify at i-isolate yung mga PUIs and PUMs natin. Para sa ganon, we can go to the and transition to the new normal. Pag sinasabi po natin new normal, ibig po sabihin, kailangan magkaroon na po tayo ng economic activity. But when we transition to that, ng economic activity, kasama na dyan yung pagtatrabaho at pagsasweldo, no, ng ating mga kababayan, importante, lagyan po natin ng mga patakaran, lagyan natin ng policies, guidelines, at rules and regulations, yung movement po ng lahat at ang protection ng lahat. Yan po yung tinatawag nating new normal. Kasi, gaya ng sinabi ko kahapon, kung wala pa po tayong vaccine, ay maaring, nandyan pa rin yung threat ng virus eh. At maaring kumalat pa siya at maaring sumipa ulit yung numero ng infected. So we have to devise a way na kung saan we can get back to our ordinary lives, yung pagtatrabaho, yung ating normal economic activity para magkaroon ng para matulungan nating ekonomiya, pero kailangan may mga protective measures tayong gagawin. So, yes, obviously, it's a worldwide problem, but tayo as a nation, we are resilient. We've been through a lot of challenges before. At lagi pong pagkatapos ng mga challenges na ito ay nakakatayo ang Pilipino. So, it is in that where we place our hope. The Filipino spirit, the resilient Filipino spirit. Kaya tayo po ay gagawa ng lahat ng mga hakbang na pwede nating gawin para po hindi tayo magkaroon ng recession dito sa bansang Pilipinas. Number 3, can you please explain further President Duterte's statement that the DSWD and General Galvez will now take the lead roles in the distribution of relief goods and amelioration for low-income earners during the enhanced community quarantine period. So, gaya ng sinabi ko po, ang mangyayari dito, DSWD, Secretary Bautista, Secretary Galvez, at lahat ng mga government agencies will have like a combination of yung sa distribution. Iko-combine po natin, no? Number 1 is kung may plataforma na po at procedure na po ang DSWD at DOLE at iba pang government agencies that have been working already dun sa pag-distribute ng cash assistance na ginagawa natin noon pa. Gagamitin po natin yung platform na yun. Yung mga hindi kasama dyan na mga beneficiaries ay maaari pong i-deputize namin ang mga LGUs para tulungan tayo sa distribution ng cash assistance pero under the strict supervision ni Secretary Galvez, Secretary Bautista, lahat ng iba't ibang mga cabinet secretaries, Philippine National Police at pati na rin po yung AFP. From Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN. Number 1. What will now be the role of the LGU now that the President delegated solely to the DSWD the distribution of food and financial subsidies? Gaya ng sinabi ko, kung meron po silang quick response fund, meron po silang pondo, meron po silang donation, they can go ahead with that. Over and above that, pag sila po ay dineputize ng DSWD at ng national government agencies, they must comply with the deputization with strict guidelines on the quick and immediate liquidation nung paano nila dinistribute yung funds. Number 2, President Duterte noted in his speech that he has received complaints against some politicians over the distribution of aid. Totoo po yun. Ano ang magiging action ng IATF about these complaints? Will these politicians be held liable under the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act? Ayoko pangunahan, pero yes, of course, ang option na yan ay nandyan pa po. Kung meron talagang grievous and grave violation, then we will apply yung Bayanihan to Heal as One Act. But syempre, yung DILG, nandun din naman nakabantay at nakikipag-ugnayan naman with the LGUs. No? So, if it's just a matter of miscommunication or misapplication or things like that, dun sa guidelines na i-impose ng national government, madali naman pakiusapan eh. Pwede naman kausapin. And the DILG has been doing that. No? So, we reach out, kinakausap ang LGU, sinasabi na sumasobra kayo dito or sumasobran tayo dyan or kulang kayo dito or kulang kayo dyan. Then the LGU will adjust, no? And they have been adjusting and they have been cooperating. Reserved lang naman yun yung power to file cases and prosecute. That's only in grievous and grave instances, no? But yes, of course, may mga nakakaabot na kay Pangulo dun sa mga abusive, di ba? Number 3. Can the government retroactively apply the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act to make LGU officials liable for supposed violations of its provisions even before the enactment of the said law? May I refer the question to DOJ Secretary Guevara, and because that is within his turf and jurisdiction already. From Tuesday New, DZBB, ask po ng mga gustong mag-donate kung pwede bang i-waive na lang ang tax o wag na silang pagbabayarin pa ng tax. Let's refer the question to the DOF, but ako ang take ko dyan, anything that will help us solicit more donations and anything that can entice donors to donate more, then I am for it. From Eileen Taliping, Abante. Good AM. Question. Halos nasa third week na ang buong Luzon ng ECQ. Pero hanggang ngayon ay bakante pa rin ang shelves ng supermarkets at grocery stores ng alcohol. Mayroon bang ginagawa ang DTI dito? Kasi sabi ni Secretary Lopez, wala namang kakapusan. Wala namang hindi naman kapos ang supply nito. Actually, sa IATF, paulit-ulit na naming pinag-uusapan ito at paulit-ulit naman namin nire-remind ang lahat na all cargo must flow freely, unhampered, unimpeded. All cargo. Ina-address namin lahat, no, ng nasa supply chain, especially pagdating sa food, pagdating sa essential goods, pagdating sa medicines. So, iba-iba yung nagiging problema, no? But we've been addressing each and every problem as it comes. Kung ang problema ay LGU dahil gumagawa ng checkpoint, ina-address agad namin. Kung nagkakaroon ng problema, aberya, dahil nag-checkpoint na rin yung barangay, ina-address namin. Kung may problema sa PPA at sa customs, ina-address namin. And paulit-ulit po naming sinasabi na dapat unhampered po lahat yan. Ngayon, meron naman lumalabas na kaya nga binasa natin yung IATF resolution kasi lumalabas na naman daw po ay yung mga driver na mga kargamento ay ganun din. Hindi nakaka-diretso mula sa mga checkpoints kasi marami pang mga requirements na hiningi sa driver. So, ngayon, nag-issue naman tayo ng IATF resolution. So, as each and every challenge comes or bottleneck, ina-address naman po natin. So, yun yung, siguro yun yung sagot ko. Sorry, nawala ako. Hindi ko alam. Magse-segue daw? Hindi ko naintindihan. From Arian Meres, ABS-CBN News Online. Why is the president giving shoot-to-kill orders for the left and troublemakers during a public health crisis? What happened with the unilateral ceasefire with the NPA? Siguro ang sagot natin sa tanong na yan, yes, may ceasefire, pero syempre kung may mag-create ng chaos at gulo, then that's when our peacekeepers, our law enforcers have to come in. Di po ba? So, yun. Alam naman ng mga policemen natin at our AFP kung ano yung protocols pagdating po dun sa peacekeeping and law enforcement. Is COVID-19 a public health issue or more of a peace and order problem from the point of view of the government? Why? Well, right now, it's a public health issue. Pero pag pinasukan po ito ng mga nanggugulo at nagta-take advantage ng situation na to, then it becomes also a peace and order issue. It was not a peace and order issue until may pumasok at nagte-take advantage at nanggugulo nga. So, ngayon pa lang, ang sinasabi ni Pangulo, it's already a public health issue. Hahaluan mo pa ng peace and order, magkakaproblema tayo. So, let it just remain to be a public health issue and concern which we are currently managing. Don't let it be a peace and order problem. Number 3, may mga Pilipino pong nababahala sa mga pahayag ng Pangulo kagabi. Can the public still trust that they will be safe from harm from authorities during this lockdown? The government will follow the law. Government will follow what is legal. Government will follow what is right. And we ask for the cooperation of everyone. From Rosalie Cos, UNTV, hinggil po sa mga pinasalamatan ni Pangulong Duterte, particularly big business leaders and organizations dahil sa tulong nila sa pagre-respond ng pamahalaan sa COVID-19 situation. Magkano po ang donations nila in total? Saan po particular gagamitin ang mga donasyong ito? we provide a report to Congress every Monday. So kasama na po dun sa report to Congress ang lahat ng mga details na ito. So siguro by Tuesday, I will be able to mare-report na po namin sa public yung particulars, no, ng mga details na ito. From Joseph Morong, GMA 7. Number 1, what exactly did the President mean when he said tinanggal ko na ang politiko sa distribution ng aid and he left it to DSWD and General Galvez? Nasagot ko na po, but siguro to put it simply, hindi po papayag si Pangulo na haluan po ito ng politika, gamitan ito ng patronage politics, at hindi siya papayag na may palakasan dito sa mga politiko na mangyayari. Number 2, did General Galvez present the sequential plan or the massive forced quarantine to the IATF? Slowly, yes. Lahat ng mga plano naman ni General Galvez ay nare-report sa IATF. Yung sa sequential plan, gaya ng sinabi ko kagabi, kahapon, unahin muna natin, no, yung mga COVID positive. Then from there on, we move on to the PUIs, then PUMs. What was the decision of the IATF? Whenever he reports, we take note of it and then we give our recommendations also. If we force quarantine people for how long? 14 days. What happens to the lockdown during the period? Do we lift? Because obviously from today, lalampas na sa April 12 or even 14 or even April 14 na schedule lifting. So kung ma-appreciate po ninyo, ang ginagawa po natin, we're trying to isolate, no? Isolate natin, hiwalay po natin sa population yung mga PUIs, PUMs, mga positive sa COVID-19 para ma-identify na po natin yung mga negative communities, no? Then after ma-determine na natin saan ang walang local transmission ng COVID-19, then unti-unti they can go to the new normal. DTI says facelifting ang gagawin. Tama. What's the decision of the IATF? Like I said, lahat po yan ay pinag-uusapan. At yung pag-define ng new normal at ang pag-define ng parameters ng pag-lift, we leave it to the technical working group. Pag-define ng mga yan, the 2 technical working groups. And then we will make the announcements as soon as they get approved. How should local authorities down to the barangay tanod interpret the President's shoot to kill order when there's public disorder? Alam naman ng ating mga local mga law enforcement agencies and enforcers, no, what to do and what not to do. May protocols and procedures po tayo dyan. May rules of engagement po. Lilipat lang po tayo sa RTVM FB page. PTV will now continue with its regular broadcast. Maraming salamat po to PTV. Number 5, your comment on NBI summons to Pasig Mayor Vico Soto. What exactly in the Bayanihan Act did he violate? Like I said, ayoko po pangunahan yung NBI sa ginagawa po nilang pagtatanong, and so I will leave it up to the NBI. From Julie Aurelio, Inquirer. Does the NBI's decision to investigate Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto for allegedly violating the Bayanihan Act have the imprimatur of the Palace, Senate President Tito Soto, Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara, and former Supreme Court spokesperson Teodoro Te are among the many personalities who pointed out that the Bayanihan Act is not retroactive? Does the Palace agree with these opinions? Actually, the Palace has no comment on this. It's the NBI. So, NBI is... maybe the NBI should be the one answering the questions if it should, but because it's a questioning of some sorts, then sa NBI na po. Is it not time for the Palace or the government to investigate underperforming LGU officials who are behind in providing aid and relief to their constituents or those whose COVID-19 cases are rising fast? Why is the government quick to investigate Pasig Mayor for actions that were meant as temporary solutions but not call out local officials whose response to the problem were deemed insufficient by their constituents? Meron na pong pakikipag-ugnayan at the DILG has been working really hard to call the attention of LGU officials who are remiss or have overstepped their boundaries. So tuloy-tuloy po yun na ginagawa ng DILG. Kung meron pa pong mga i-investigate, I really don't know. From Tuesday New, DZBB, in a matter of days, magkakaroon na ng massive forced quarantine or isolation of PUIs in World Trade Center, Rizal Memorial Stadium, PICC, and other large facilities or areas. But ngayon pa lang, nagkukulang na ng mga doktor, nurse at iba pang health workers ang mga ospital. So paano pa tatauhan ng panibagong set of doctors, nurse and other health workers ang mga facility nito? Saan kukuha ng manpower? Kasama po ito sa mga pinag-uusapan sa Technical Group on Resource Management and Logistics, manpower. And we will make sure that we get as many healthcare workers as we can para doon sa lahat ng mga health facilities natin, including those isolation and quarantine facilities. So yes, kasama po yan sa pag-assess natin at ang pagbibilang po natin ng ating mga health workers, no, and our current manpower. Okay, last. From Daryl Esguera. Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Wang Zilian, earlier said China will send a team of medical experts to the Philippines to help us fight COVID-19. Any update from the Chinese government? Kung kailan po sila darating? Ano pong guidelines ng IATF dito? Will they undergo 14-day quarantine upon arrival? Meron po tayong mga set of protocols for those coming in, and with regard to this question, I will refer this to the Department of Foreign Affairs. So that's all the questions that we have today. Siguro, parting words ko lang po is that it's already now a public health concern. It's a public health problem and issue. Let's not complicate things by making it a peace and order problem. It's already hard and difficult already as it is. Wag po natin itong haluan ng iba pang issue or concern. No, let's focus on one enemy, which is COVID-19, tong virus na to. Everything else, please stop it. Ito muna tayo. Okay? And there has to be order. And we ask for the cooperation and help of everyone. Ang pagmamalasakit nyo po para sa ating taong bayan, ang pagmamalasakit po sa bawat Pilipino, ang kinakailangan ngayong panahon ito. So again, maraming salamat po. And my special and heartfelt thanks go to all of our health workers and everybody in the front lines. So everyone, please keep safe, stay at home, bahay muna, buhay muna. Magtulungan po tayong lahat dito. And I ask and beg for everybody's cooperation, help, and prayers. Maraming salamat po. God bless and protect you. Salamat.